Leather products are present in almost every Nigerian household. The aesthetic appeal of shoes, bags, clothing and other finished leather products remains a desire for most Nigerians. Despite the high demand, Nigeria's finished leather products and footwear industry is struggling to hit its full potential. Animal skin from sheep, cows and goats are in high demand as they serve as meat locally known as pomo for some consumers. But they are also needed for leather production. Some of the most highly sourced animal skin types used in leather production include crocodile, snakes and rabbits. In Kano State, northern Nigeria, the production of processed leather goes beyond meeting the demands of the local market, but includes exports to foreign markets, mainly Europe and Asia. I meet Muazzam Tijani, Executive Director, GB Tannery, Kano, who plays a major role in the value chain.
Our production plant has the capacity to process 3,500 pieces of sheep skins daily and 1,500 pieces of goat skins. That's a total of 5,000 pieces of skins every day.
As a producer, what major challenges would you say you face in your day-to-day operations?
The major challenge is it's capital intensive, and it works with technology. The technology keeps on changing all the time. Then sometimes here maybe the government policies and infrastructural issues, maybe electricity, roads and water, sometimes the port congestion, because before now your turnaround cycle can be 60 to 90 days, but now it goes up to between 120 to 180 days.
According to the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, in 2020, the leather industry contributed 24% to Nigeria's agricultural GDP, 60% of goat skin in West Africa, and has over 750,000 leather employees, with another 500,000 in the finished product sector. Yet, there is a steady decline in the number of operational tanneries in Nigeria.
Internal competition between companies and people, because some people they are even eating the skin, and companies they are using the skin to produce their own as a raw material. So in that process, always it's very difficult for a company to have the skin, because sometimes it is more profitable to sell the skin directly than to take it to a company. The local manufacturers, those who are producing the shoes and bags and other things, they prepare to use pouring or plastic skin. The cost of this plastic skin is cheaper than the cost of natural skin.
Give us an idea of the cost implication of the different types of leather and leather products.
To export a semi-product web blue is going to cost you $1.5 per square feet, and to import a finished product is going to cost you more than $20, and also to import a plastic recycled skin is going to cost you less than 20 cents per square feet.
Although there are local leather manufacturing clusters in Aba, southeastern Nigeria, local production of leather goods is largely dependent on imported leather, with the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics recording 147,000 tons of imported leather and leather products and 15,000 tons of exported leather and leather products in 2020. Are there regulatory standards to protect and control the activities of exporters, especially when it comes to the EEG?
We are in an era of a free market, and we want to encourage all to come in, and if you over-regulate, it creates a problem. The whole idea of the export expansion run is to assist exporters to be more competitive with manufacturers in other countries. The government came up with this scheme, which is the idea of which is to give a monetary compensation such that the goods manufactured here can compete favorably with goods manufactured in other countries.
Some manufacturers now prefer to export their raw materials because there's an incentive from the government against local production.
Priority is given to people who are utilizing local raw materials in their manufacturing processes for foreign exchange. The central bank will give you foreign exchange for your machinery if you are utilizing local raw materials. We are setting up special economic zones, and what we intend to do is these special economic zones will be industrial parks, and we will make sure that we have the infrastructure for these dedicated parks. And once the infrastructure is in place, all we expect manufacturers to do is come in, set up your factory, and start to manufacture, because all infrastructure is in place for you. In addition, to assist the local manufacturers, all the ministries, departments, and agencies must patronize locally manufactured goods.
Beautiful shoes you have there, I must say.
Yeah.
Are they made in Nigeria?
No, they're not.
What can be done to encourage local players in the value chain? Joyce Akpata, development consultant, tells us more.
If we're able to have policies that encourage exports, that encourage investment in these particular industries, policies that such as perhaps granting some tax concessions to these industry, that definitely would have a positive impact. I mean, if we're looking at perhaps also granting like pioneer status to these industries, this would definitely positively impact the growth of this industry. If we have development funding available to this industry, definitely this would also grow this industry as a whole.
Winston Udara, CEO Winston Luxury Leather, a subsidiary of God's Little Tannery, says, although challenging, value addition is the way forward.
Everybody else has exploited Africa for our raw material for too long. Whereas if I add value here in Nigeria, then the bag makers are making money, then the cleaners are making money, then the transport guys are making money, and that is all within the Nigerian economy. We have a comparative advantage here at Winston Leather because of the fact that we make the leather. Traditionally, there has been a preference for foreign goods, but I feel like that's changing. The time has come when enough made in Nigeria brands are changing the status quo and are competing globally. There is demand for local luxury items in Nigeria. It's not as big as it could be, but then there's growing potential for that. What I would say to young startups like myself is there's space. The market is big, it's very big, and it's growing, and it will keep growing. And the importance for made in Africa products will continue to grow as it becomes more expensive to make it anywhere else. There's a lot of talented artisans, there's a lot of people who, with the right guidance, with the right funding, they could be very successful at this business. If we don't do value addition, Africa will remain poor.